In this episode, Pippa, McFiddlestix, and Lyfthox, Steppenflox of the Gitcha There travel agency stop by booth 42.
They are experts at upselling even the deadliest destinations into irresistible vacation package tours.
So roll up your towel into a pillow, lean back, and
prepare to learn whether their relationship is more than professional.
Shut up and sit down.
welcome back to Hitchhikers and Appetizers, coming to you from booth 42 at Millyways. I am, as always, your host, Trellis Gardeen, the man of many faces that have evolved into what you can't see right now, but wish you could see. And with me, as always, taking up an enormous amount of space in the booth.
Oh.
I'm surprised they didn't make us have a reservation for 3 when we first sat down. Horatio's in.
You honor me with your welcome. I just want to say of my compatriot here, Trellis Gardeen, he is the one that his face has changed so many times over the years that his high school yearbook photo is like something that happened to someone else. Just to give you an idea. So if you run into him at a high school reunion, you will say, I have no idea who you are.
You'd absolutely not recognize me. Absolutely not. Maybe I should get a high school yearbook made for each of my different faces. You've got them in the flip book.
Yes, I have my flip book.
You can see the evolution. I feel like I should maybe have one done, so that way when I go back to a reunion, I can just bring the most recent one, and they, oh yeah, that's you. You haven't changed at all. How do you not age?
How do you not age? You just take the flip book. People get drunk and go through the flip book. It'll entertain them.
That's true.
Also, if you go through the flip book fast enough, you can just watch. It's like animated, watching your face changing.
Very true.
Nose and things. It's like, oh, it's wonderful.
Yes.
I've spent many a night drunk doing that.
Why would you do that? I would think that would be, depending on how drunk you were, it could cause some serious nightmares.
Oh, well, that's true. Sometimes I don't want to sleep, and so I use that book to keep me from sleeping for too long. It's a bit like an alarm. I look through a certain number of pictures for how many hours I want to sleep.
Ah, gotcha.
Science!
Well, as always, we have guests with us in the booth today. Would you like to introduce yourselves and let us know a little bit about yourself?
Oh, well, hello. I am Pippa McFiddlestix.
And I am Lyfthox Steppenflox.
I love your names. They're very regal. They're very, it's obvious that you're serious people.
I do come from royalty.
Oh!
That is a fact.
I come from Scullery Maids.
Oh, what a lovely meetup.
Opposite ends of the spectrum meeting in opposite ends of the booth today.
Well, yes, this is a bit of our backstory of how we met. I mean...
Well, I was cleaning his scullery.
Yes.
One must always have a scullery.
Sculleries should be clean. That's just my feeling. A clean scullery. Then again, there are some who may like a dirty scullery, and I don't want to walk all over their opinion.
I don't like to judge.
Who does?
However, if you get the opportunity, you will enjoy a clean scullery. And we started talking.
Yes.
And we found that we had a shared love for travel.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Was it because you spent so much time in the scullery and you just wanted to get out of there?
Well, I get extreme satisfaction from cleaning them. They just don't offer you the view of the universe that you might like.
No.
Once you've seen one scullery, you've seen them all.
Yes, it's a limited view in the scullery.
And so we started talking about places other than sculleries.
Yes. And I mentioned that travel can be quite a dirty thing.
Oh. Yes, definitely. That would pique my interest.
That's right. I complimented her on her cleaning abilities.
My nails were just sparkling at that point because, I'd gotten in there with the brush and all of it. And one thing led to another, and we ended up starting a travel agency.
That's right.
Is it run out of the scullery?
There just isn't enough room. I would have loved that.
Now, I have to, not to get too personal, but is there a relationship beyond the professional here?
Well, I mean, we'll see. I've been waiting on a proposal.
Oh!
She reminds me of this countless times.
Oh, how lovely.
A day.
Oh.
Sometimes even an hour.
Perfect.
I'm not getting any younger.
Is this your reminder for the hour right now? Or you can remind him as many times as you like during this?
So, Lyfthox,
Yes, Pippa.
I just wanted to remind you, just in case you've forgotten.
I have not forgotten
Okay.
my sweet scullery maid.
I was just hoping that one day I wouldn't always be a scullery maid.
Well, you know what they say. One day I will make you Mrs. Scullery Maid.
One day?
One day.
Which particular day?
Can't say. But not today.
If you tried maybe penciling it in, could try that. Pippa, if you penciled it in, you penciled it in on his calendar, that might work.
That's a great idea. You know, I can never seem to find his calendar.
Strange.
Now, being travel guides, travel agents, with all this talk of being engaged, a honeymoon.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because, well, first let me tell you the name of our travel agency. It's Gitcha There Travel.
Get you there. Write that down.
Get you there. Well, we say we can't guarantee we'll get you home, but we'll get you there.
That's the most important part of a vacation is leaving your home.
Right.
Whether you get back or not.
Because sometimes you really don't want to come back.
Most people don't. Most people don't, and we've yet to have a complaint of the many people who have not ever made it home.
And we assume that they just loved it. As a matter of fact, we just sent a couple on their honeymoon
Oh.
to the Galaxar galaxy.
Oh, nice.
Now, the Galaxar, if I'm not mistaken, it may be a different one. That's not been thoroughly explored or vetted.
That is correct.
Yes.
You're exactly the one I'm talking
Oh, yes.
They were a couple that wanted adventure, off-roading experience, not the typical tourist
Yep.
experience.
For those who want something special and romantic.
Oh.
and quite deadly.
There's nothing more romantic than facing death together, is there?
Fear
Yes.
is an absolute intoxicating emotion.
The glowing fire pits right at sunset. Ugh.
That's an aphrodisiac, if ever there was one.
Yes.
Don't step too close to the fire pit, of course, or else
No.
you become a sac. Is that the one where you become a sacrifice if you happen to fall into the fire pit?
Yes, absolutely.
A waste not, want not kind of society?
An experience that you'll never forget.
Oh.
Yes. The most delicious insects anywhere in the galaxy.
Oh.
I understand. Is that one of the planets where they will just crawl into your mouth unbidden?
Yes, yes. If you have never had a uninvited insect go down your thorax, it is quite an experience.
We call it the nectar of the winds.
Oh, that's lovely.
Nectar of the winds.
I hope you have that included in your marketing materials, because that's a selling point.
It's extra.
Oh, that's extra.
Oh, okay. That's just like, you go on a galactic cruise, you really need to pay attention to what is included and what is not included, because
Yes.
you will run out of the $30 Altarian dollars a day like that if you're not paying attention.
Well, one of Pippa's great gifts, and she has many, is upselling some of our guests. A lot of times they'll tell you, well, we don't have a big budget and we'd like to just go on a simple cruise, if you will, but sending them on a rocket, teleporting them through time and space,
Liquefying their body and putting it in a dropper and drop it into a black hole.
Oh.
Best way to travel.
It's expensive. It's not cheap.
Yeah, and if you don't know that's what's going to happen to you, that makes it especially adventurous.
Surprise ending.
Yes.
Here, just step into this booth. What's going on in here? Don't worry about it. It's standard. Next thing you know, you're in an eyedropper.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned some of the people not returning because they liked it so much. If you don't return, basically that's now your home. Does it immediately stop becoming a vacation at that point?
Well, no, I like to say that a vacation lives in your heart forever.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
So it's living in their heart forever as they live there forever.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So their heart is there, literally there inside their body.
Literally.
I like how you turn things around like that.
Oh, thank you.
That works well for the upsell, I bet.
I'm curious. Let me just give you a situation on a planet something that's terrible, and or some that most average people might find is something a con, as opposed to a pro. And I want to see how you upsell, how you change it, if that's all right.
Oh, okay.
So this planet, there's no the ground is all broken glass. The air is sulfur, and well, that's enough, really. And you're not allowed to wear shoes. So how would you sell that up?
Oh, well, I would say it's the best foot massage you've ever had in your life. Foot massage plus acupuncture. And if you have asthma or any sort of breathing issues, then that sulfur will just get into your lungs and just clear you out.
I don't even know if that planet exists, and I want to go there now after hearing your pitch.
Oh no, it does actually. It reminds me.
Oh.
It is quite similar to Chloraxia 7.
Oh.
Yes.
So they have the broken glass on the ground and the sulfur in the air?
Yes, yes.
That's the diamond honeymoon package.
Oh.
It is broken glass and volcanic rock, and the volcanoes create exactly what you've described, which is sort of a sulfurous environment.
So wherever you go, the floor is lava, essentially.
Nimble. You have to be nimble.
Yes.
Oh, exactly. But the vistas are misty
yes.
and vast, and it's all you can eat. So.
Oh, you can. Is there food there, or you just eat the lava?
It's all roasted.
Oh, well, that's good. Yes.
It is a roast buffet, morning, noon, and night.
It's a fire fondue. It's like a fondue.
Exactly.
So there's no such thing as a raw bar or something like that, or just a salad.
Always.
Oh yes, because I salad doesn't have enough grease and oils and fried particles on it.
That would get the health out of it completely for you, I think. You mentioned royalty.
Oh yes.
Talk to me a little bit about the royalty aspect here, because I would think with that kind of background, you've probably traveled extensively. Was that the inspiration for the travel guide?
It was. When you come from a family that has, settled several worlds and subjugated several species,
Like you do.
you get the bug, if you will, for travel. It's an internal intestinal bug that you get from traveling, but it really
A literal intestinal bug.
Is that one of the ones that crawled into your mouth unbidden?
not my mouth, but let's just say another part.
Oh, okay. That stresses the importance of having a very good spacesuit.
Yes.
Yes, it does. It definitely does.
Now, have you ever worked at a package tour of some sort?
Oh.
Where they're going all over the universe. Somebody puts the package together with you, and then they get other people to go on the trip, and it may be people they don't know. Big space bus full of people.
Yes, sometimes those packages are based around shared interests.
Yes. Good.
People who enjoy eating bugs. People who enjoy fluffering burgers.
Yes. Yeah. So much fun. Wonderful.
Just about anything.
Yes.
People who enjoy reading brochures and pamphlets.
Oh my gosh, the pamphlet trip that we just put together was outstanding.
Tell us about that.
Well, it was a collection of people who love pamphlets of all different kinds. Pamphlets that open like accordions, miniature pamphlets, jumbo pamphlets, digital pamphlets.
Rice paper pamphlets.
Edible pamphlets.
Oh, those are the best kind. Edible pamphlets.
Rolled? Could a pamphlet be a pamphlet if it was rolled, or would that just be a scroll?
Oh, yes. They can be rolled, folded, put together into sort of an origami pattern.
Crumpled.
Yes.
In a ball.
We learned more about pamphlets with this group. It was outstanding.
It's interesting because now what I'm picturing is a bunch of people who just will not get off the space bus. They just want to sit on the space bus and look at the pamphlets.
You just take a piece of paper and you throw it. And then they just run after it. And so that's how you kind of keep the tour group moving.
Wonderful. Do you go on these tours as guides, or do you just stay back at the office for the most part?
In the beginning, we did go as guides, but now we send other guides with the groups, and they also sometimes they like it so much that they just stay.
Oh, how lovely.
Yes.
What kind of trip could you see myself or Horatio guiding?
Oh, guiding. Guiding.
You're looking at us right now.
Mm.
What kind of trip do you
Trellis.
think that we would work well with?
I think I have the ultimate spa package for you.
Oh, spa.
Yes, it's for the body modification tour.
Love it.
Perfect for travel.
Love it.
Yes. So it offers any sort of modification or pampering that you would like done to any aspect of your body. We have hair petting, elbow flaying,
I like a good elbow flay.
toe dipping.
I love toe dipping. Now, what can you dip the toes into? Are there sauces, or what do you dip your toes into?
Ranch, barbecue, periwinkle.
Oh, periwinkle. Periwinkle tickles my toes, too. Periwinkle it's a mischievous sauce.
Yes, I believe the sauce dipping vacation would be up Horatio's alley.
I think
Yes. Get my whole self in.
Yes,
body
yes.
sauce
I was
dip.
just going to say we have a full body dip experience. It's sort of a dip and then an exfoliation and then a re-dipping.
And a candying at the end.
And then
Just
a
like little
final,
crust.
it's a candying and a light dusting with powdered sugar and then...
Caramelization with a little torch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready now. I'm ready to go now. I'm ready for that trip. I would love that. I want a double dip. I want to be double dipped.
Depending on the planet, that sounds like they're almost maybe working with you to import some food sources.
I think those trade issues can be very complicated. It's difficult politics. I know that, it can affect different places, very difficultly.
Mm-hmm.
So I try not to get into that.
That sounds like the one-way vacation stop. I'm just trying to point it out, Horatio. I've been a little worried that you're thinking you're going to go and end up having a great vacation only to be eaten. Because let's face it, you're as I think we've pointed out before, you're well marbled.
Yes.
And the right amount of sauce on you, that's like ringing the dinner bell on the wrong planet.
That's true. I would be the family meal. I would be more for the family meal, I would think.
Yes.
I mean, we do have the cannibal vacation.
Do you call it cannibal? So it's like it's not just cannibalism, it's fun?
A little of both, depending
Bingo.
on which one you like better.
Oh, I love that. I love that it can be whatever.
Yes, we are very versatile, and as we like to say in the business, whatever experience you're looking for, that's what you're going to get, and more.
Oh, and more.
Yes.
And more.
Well, the and more is really just for insurance purposes because we want to make sure that we cover ourselves, and
Just in case.
there's always more on a vacation. Sometimes good, sometimes libelous.
Wise. I've heard travel insurance is just a ripoff. What's the story on that?
No.
Oh no. We say that, and it's not because we own a tremendous amount of stock in the travel insurance companies, but we
It was an accident.
always encourage our guests to purchase travel insurance.
The most expensive package possible.
Absolutely, and always to name our organization as the subsidiary should they not return for whatever reason. Yes.
Yeah, beneficiary and subsidiary. Yeah, both of those are good to have.
Subsidial beneficiaries.
Oh, very good. That's just good business. What you're doing just makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
We just think of the customer.
we always put the customer first after ourselves.
Oh, perfect. I think of that as an unquestionable business practice.
Yes.
Because I would not dare question that because I'd be afraid I would go away and never come back.
Well,
No.
In your heart would be there forever.
Oh,
Wouldn't
that's
that
right.
be nice?
Lovely. Because that's probably the last thing to decompose, I would assume, would be my heart.
It actually, sometimes it's the ulna.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, that's good to know. That is good to know.
You wouldn't expect it.
You wouldn't expect it to be the ulna, but it is the ulna.
I'll dress up my ulna just in case. I'm going to take better care of my ulna. There's something behind.
Very well.
I'm just surprised that Trellis would question you about insurance when he's such a fan of gambling. I would think that he would be a much bigger fan of insurance.
It depends on the odds. I mean, if the odds are that I'm not going to come back, I don't really get to collect. It's going to somebody else.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I can't pay my ghost what it pays out. I mean, come on.
Trellis, have we got a vacation for you?
Oh, tell. Do tell. Dish.
What is this?
It is the ghost casino.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
perfect.
No.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
I think we should sign him up for this.
Yes, he would love the ghost casino.
Am I a ghost
You will be.
gambling? Or are all the tables being run by ghosts?
I mean, they're being run by ghosts, and by the end, you will also be a ghost. It's for people who've always wanted the ghost experience.
Now, do you get to come back from the ghostiness when the vacation's over, or is this a vacation to die for?
I mean, you'll just have to read the fine print.
That sounds fair to me. Perfectly fair.
Yes.
I'd be worried about not being able to hold the cards or throw the dice.
Ethereal cards and dice.
And your winnings, they're so light.
Carrying all my winnings, that's definitely a plus on my book. I mean,
That's what matters.
Yes.
I see why you're good at this upselling.
I'm very impressed. Very impressed.
Lyfthox,
Yes. Pippa.
I just wanted to remind you that you hadn't proposed yet.
Oh,
I was going to say something. Yes.
One day, I will propose. I promise.
Today is a day.
Today is a day. You are correct. See, this is
Today
why.
is one day.
This is why we work
She is
together.
very smart.
She is so smart.
I mean, am I correct? Today is one day.
And clean. I mean, look at these nails.
Just waiting for a ring to go on them.
Beautiful.
Oh no, I noticed there's something missing from that hand, and I think it's jewelry.
I think
Yes.
so.
I did meet a scullery maid at one point, and all she wanted to do was compare scars.
That is one of our favorite things to do, just battle scar.
Oh, I'm not complaining. It was enjoyable. I don't have that many, and I have trouble finding them with all the folds of skin and such on me.
Oh, but it's like an adventure.
Isn't it? Find my scars.
Oh,
Yes.
That was a whole weekend for us. Find my scars. Yes.
would that be a possible trip that you could sell?
Oh, yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact.
Exploring Horatio, the exploring of Horatio, or you know.
Would you mind?
Oh yes.
Could we work out a deal?
There's plenty of room. Plenty of room for you tourists. Yes. Some people, if they wanted to vacation, say spouses, and they didn't want to see each other for a while, one could vacation on one side of me and one on the other side. They wouldn't see each other the whole time.
And they may not ever make it back because they've just fallen in love.
Or they've fallen between the folds of my skin and suffocated.
Oh, how romantic.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
I think that's deserving of at least a trifold pamphlet.
Yes.
I think. Oh,
For me? Oh, you need more than a trifold pamphlet.
Origami.
You need, like origami, possibly a wall map size pamphlet for me.
Yes. Well, we once did a 12-fold
Wow.
pamphlet that was opened like an accordion.
it went from one planet to the next.
Oh my! Did anyone die?
About 7 people.
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, that's good for a pamphlet like that because normally they cause lots of death.
No, right?
It was, but the printer said he wouldn't work with us again.
Oh.
Yes.
Was he? So he didn't want to kill anymore, or he wanted to kill on his own?
No, he does that all the time.
Oh, yes. Well, killing is part of printing. I mean, where else are you going to get the ink?
I mean,
Yes.
come on.
Yes. Just being practical.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
It was just too complicated.
No.
What kind of trip could you see for myself?
Oh, yes.
If people are coming to me.
Coming to
Like,
Trellis.
I feel like I'm an attraction. I attract people all the time. Horatio could be considered a visitor to me who has never returned.
No.
Because we've been here for so long at this point.
Yes.
I feel like you're missing out on a business opportunity here.
Oh.
As me being a travel destination.
I have it.
I saw the glimmer. There's actually a literal glimmer. Her hair glimmers when she gets an idea.
I think it was on fire.
Oh, is that fire? Oh, I'm sorry. That was a fire. I'll put that up.
Fine. Scullery gets hot sometimes. I think the Impressionist art tour. Yeah, for people who want to just look at your face and interpret. And you can't quite figure out what's going on. I think just pontificate.
I would start. We always start when we are planning a new tour to ask people what their greatest feature is, and then also at the same time, what is your most dangerous feature?
Oh, good questions.
Nose and chin. I can answer that right now. Nose,
Which is the dangerous one?
the chin.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I can see it.
It moves.
Oh my gosh.
It's a little loose. You might need a chin tightening, Trellis.
This,
The divot?
the cleft chin is like,
It's like Everest.
Yes.
exactly. Who wouldn't want to get a picture climbing that chin? Which is why it's dangerous.
That's true. Also, because you might fall off, depending on the size of the person and the being. If they were the same size as you and they're stepping, I can just see the cleat and the crampon and just right in your jaw.
Yeah, you'd really want to market me to like the really small,
Yes.
microscopic beings of the
Yes,
universe.
I think that would
I
be
A
think-
large contingent among
Yes.
the microscopic beings.
Oh,
Yes, I think Horatio would permit us various levels and sizes of people, given the breadth of the landscape
don't forget the width.
and the width.
And the
The
depth.
depth.
Yes.
Yes, very deep.
Well said. Well said.
Yes. You could stick a finger in me and you probably wouldn't hit something that was hard and solid enough to stop it for quite a while.
Yes, truth.
In case someone wanted to go deep flab diving or something like that.
You're a black hole of flab, Horatio.
You honor me, sir. You honor me.
I'm a niche. I'm a niche market, I think.
You're a niche, as opposed to a niche
Niche.
market.
I don't get caught up in pronunciations.
Oh,
Tomato, clamato.
I thought you were talking about the niche people.
Yes,
from
that me too. Me too. You confuse me too.
Oh.
Yes.
The niche people. Have you dealt with niche people before?
No. I mean, we're not savages, and we're also not, we try. Listen, we try to treat all people the same, but the niche people are impossible to work with. They're absolutely impossible. There's always a problem. We never get anything signed or paid on time. We just decided better for our business not to work with the niche people.
They're irresponsible. Yes.
Never satisfied. Always trying to get. They're probably trying to get upgrades for free.
Oh,
All of it.
Posting bad reviews. Threatening bad reviews if you don't.
They only wear plaid.
Yes. It's bad for. I look at them and I just think I'm having a migraine or something immediately.
Oh, if you've ever been on an intergalactic cruiser with a niche that brings one of their younglings on board,
no.
I mean, you're ready to absolutely vaporize yourself. Because it's the worst experience you've ever had.
Speaking of, we have a great vaporization vacation.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Would you get to vaporize others, or you yourself?
Self-vaporization.
Oh.
Yes, it's quite an experience. It tickles.
Oh.
Are you allowed to sign up other people for that? Perhaps people you may not like a whole lot.
I'm just going to go ahead and ask. Trellis has 23 ex-wives.
Oh.
And
yeah.
he divorced them all in one ceremony. And he's been looking for a way to pay them back for all the years that they were together by sending them away somewhere. Does that sound about right, Trellis?
You would like the ex-wife tour.
I think it is the ex-wife safari.
Yes.
Group rate.
Oh. Now, I have to ask again to clarify. Do they go hunting, or are they hunted?
Oh, no, they are hunted.
Trellis, I think this is the perfect one for you.
It is quite exciting. I didn't know you had so many ex-wives that you were looking to send
I should
on a trip.
I should warn you of the fine print.
Yes, always.
As the ex-wives are being hunted, they are also hunting the ex-husbands.
Oh.
So we have about a 50-50 chance.
That is the most dangerous game.
They find it very thrilling.
Well, that's a numbers game, though. I would be outnumbered big time in that case. I don't think this.
Well, but between all your ex-wives, some of them must also have ex-husbands, so it should even out.
Oh, they have other ex-husbands? You could bring some others along for the fun?
Maybe.
Oh, I mean, she's only told you part of it. I believe there's also a faction of in-laws who are hunting the husbands. Some who are hunting the wives. There's some children
The
stepchildren who have been, abandoned and oftentimes disinherited, who are also on the hunt. So it's
they're extra hungry. They're extra hungry and wily.
it's really quite complicated.
What a wonderful family reunion weekend kind of package.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many games that could play.
Charades.
Does the last one standing get anything?
They're freedom.
Oh, and a bloody family reunion T-shirt, I'm assuming.
And I think they also get a 10-pack of popsicles.
Oh,
That's right.
That makes it worthwhile.
Oh.
Yes, that's perfect.
All cherry, not an assortment.
You might want to think about adding the assortment back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, not everybody likes cherry.
It could be negotiated for a fee.
I'll eat it, whatever it is, but then I just have preferences.
Assortment pack is an upsell.
See, Trellis, you'd make an excellent tour guide.
Wouldn't he?
Thank you.
Trellis really has no scruples. So you know.
I do not.
Oh, did you have them removed?
They were on the way out anyways, so I just had them removed. They were almost gone, and I just pretty much finished off the job.
On Glandar, scruples are a bit like babies.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes, they're sort of pointless.
They just grow out. You lose them at a certain age.
Now you mentioned the spa vacation though.
Oh, yeah.
I could connect you up with some of the folks on Glandar to maybe upsell that even a bit. Because, all the stuff you mentioned was pretty basic. There is a lot more that can be done on Glandar to people seeking to renew themselves into an entirely different, being.
Would you like to be our ambassador?
Oh.
Trellis.
Our travel ambassador to Glandar?
Trellis.
Can I do it from the booth? It's sort of a work from home situation.
We're remote, except for you're not home. You're
Remote. Yeah, really, it's not that I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I think we could.
I think you could teleport in here and there. Just teleport right back out.
Now, if I teleport, is anything going to get rearranged on me?
94% not likely to.
Oh, that's very good.
Yes.
That's very good.
Is that if it's all like original you? Because at this point, there's pieces of me that may not register as actual living, body parts, and so I would.
No, it's mostly all original you. Once in a while, and I should say this, that through teleportation, you may lose your finger and toenails, but they are replaced with the type of vegetable chip.
I think it's always nice to have a makeover.
Oh, yes, whether you want one or not. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Unintentional makeovers.
Unintentional, or it may be up to the operator. Like, they really touch a few buttons here and there.
That's true.
I think they need a little more off the top. And they're asleep, so they can't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone ever been teleported on a vacation where, like, the operator did mess things up, and then they tried to fix it, and it got worse, and they tried to fix it again, and and by the time the person was done being transported, it was a complete mess.
We've signed some particular NDAs that don't allow us to speak about some of those experiences.
Mistakes do happen.
But yes, mistakes have happened.
Could you mime it instead of speaking about it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wish you could see this.
Yeah.
I wish you could see, oh my.
That is.
I know now why you probably shouldn't say anything about it. That would not be good advertising.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not good for business.
I enjoyed watching that.
That was frankly more horrific than I thought
I
it
think
was.
one of you popped a shoulder out or something. Do you need help putting that back in? I was wondering, thinking about you working with Glandar on plastic surgery and all. What do you think about a witness protection vacation package?
The entire convict population is very underserved as far as vacations go.
Well, the Convicts Planet, actually.
Oh,
yes.
There's
Convictius 13.
Oh, yes, Convictius 13. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's actually, honestly, it's one of my favorite vacations to take.
Do you go and just get locked up in a cell, or what do you do there?
It's just prison breaks all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you get to escape?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful.
But it's amazing the amount of people that escape and want to just return.
Yes, because on Convictius, it's the planet is so inhospitable that the prison is actually
really
the best place
Oh.
on the planet.
It's
It's
a
actually
4 stars.
Yeah.
It's the only place that's indoors on the planet, isn't it?
Right,
Yes.
right. Yes, as Pippa said, it is a 4-star establishment.
Oh, lovely.
In fact, it's been long past time for me to pop a question to Pippa, if you
It
will.
is about time. We're coming up.
What?
We're coming up toward the end of this episode. It's perfect question popping time.
Yes, Lyfthox?
Pippa,
Yes.
Pippa McFiddlestix, would you do me the great
beautiful.
honor of being Mrs. Pippa McFiddlestix, the scullery maid?
Oh,
I get to keep my own name?
You do get to keep your own name.
Yes.
are you going to take her name?
Are you going to be Mr. McFiddlestix?
I think I will refer to myself as Mr. Lyfthox Pippa McFiddlestix the First.
Oh, wonderful.
Ooh.
Did I say I do, or should you say you do?
I think we have to say it at the same time. We do.
And a smooch here in the booth. Everyone here, stand up and applaud. Put down your food. Stop chewing. Spit that out. Applaud. Applaud is here. Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. Oh.
This has like been. I don't know if there's ever been this much love in the booth, or joy.
No, there's definitely not. There's been a lot of hate. There's been that much hate in the booth before, but not that much love.
I'm still Horatio. You're going to need to write the entry because I'm going to be here for a
Are
little.
you gonna be there? That's right. I think what I think it would be get you there. We'll get you there, but maybe not bring you back.
Yes.
Accurate.
Oh, perfect. I think that perfectly describes not only our work but our love.
Oh.
Thank you for joining us for Hitchhikers and Appetizers. And of course, special thanks goes to our guests, Pippa McFiddlestix and Lyfthox Steppenflox. I have been Horatio Zinn.
And I continue to be Trellis Gardeen. Until next time, keep your towels clean, and if your new roommate is a sentient pile of dirt, you can just put them in the room with no ceiling fan. So don't panic.
Everything you heard in this episode was improvised, but not everything improvised was heard. This episode of Hitchhikers and Appetizers featured the voice talents of Mike Gorgone as Trellis Gardeen, Bran Peacock as Horatio Zinn, with Josh Flanders as Lyfthox Steppenflox, and Sherry Flanders as Pippa McFiddlestix. Finally, Hitchhikers and Appetizers is part of the Improv in Action Network. Check out other great improvised podcasts and projects at improvinaction.com. If you'd like to reach out to Trellis or Horatio, you can send electronic messages to them at our Galaxy address, hitchappspodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find them on Twitter with the handle hitchapps.
And before you go, we here at Hitchhikers and Appetizers would like to announce that we're now a featured podcast on Newsly. Newsly is an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up the most trending articles on the web on topics you choose at any given moment and reads them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time ever, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topics you choose and start playing. Stop scrolling, start listening. You can follow any topic as specific as you like, from sports, tech, business, science, Bitcoin, or even the Kardashians. We here at Hitchhikers and Appetizers won't judge you. To your face, at least. Newsly will find you the latest articles and read them to you aloud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 80 countries. As mentioned earlier, our podcast is there too. I started using it as my default podcast app. They even have digital radio. Download and use Newsly for free now from www.newsly.me or from the link in this episode's description, and use the promo code ZERS, Z-E-R-S, to receive a 1-month free premium subscription. 1 month is better than no months, I always say, and I'm Trellis Gardeen.
Shut up and sit down.